The taste of freedom after 14 years. Julian Assange received an emotional welcome as he arrived in Canberra in Australia Wednesday.
Julian wanted me to sincerely thank everyone. He wanted to be here. But you have to understand what he's been through. He needs time. He needs to recuperate.
Assange had spent more than 5 years in London's high-security Belmarsh prison as he fought a legal battle over extradition to the United States. Britain's High Court ruled in May that Assange could appeal the extradition order. That decision prompted US, British and Australian authorities and Assange's legal team to negotiate a deal that saw Assange plead guilty to one charge of espionage. He was flown on Monday evening from London to the US Pacific territory of Saipan, where a brief court hearing concluded the prosecution. The 52-year-old was sentenced to the equivalent of the time he had already spent in prison. He walked free on Wednesday morning.
In order to win his freedom, Julian pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit espionage for publishing evidence of US war crimes, human rights abuse and US wrongdoing around the world. This is journalism. This is the criminalisation of journalism.
US prosecutors charged Assange in 2019 with 17 counts of espionage and 1 of hacking relating to the publication of stolen diplomatic cables covering the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. Wikileaks said the material revealed abuses by the US military. The US said the publication put informants' lives at risk.
It's essentially what he does. It's what all journalists want to do. Expose incompetence, expose wrongdoing, and hold the powerful to account. Because essentially democracy demands this. I mean, without this, we wouldn't have democracy.
The US Department of Justice has yet to comment on the plea deal. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who personally lobbied the US for his release, welcomed the deal.
Regardless of your views about his activities, and they will be varied, Mr Assange's case has dragged on for too long. I've said repeatedly that there was nothing to be gained by his continued incarceration.
Julian Assange spent 7 years in self-imposed confinement in the Ecuadorian embassy in London from 2012. He was arrested after the embassy ejected him in 2019 and has been in jail ever since. Assange's supporters say they will seek a full pardon and have vowed to fight his conviction for the principle of press freedom. Henry Ridgwell, VOA News, London.